What's up, y'all? We are back with another YouTube video today, right now, in this beautiful nature garden. You know what I'm saying? In this beautiful forest backyard, this mystical essence. Right now, you know, we're always surrounded by mystical essence. I'm always, for some reason, surrounded by real magic and mystical essence. You know what I mean? that's just the vibe we vibrating on. High frequency, high magic, mastery, self-growth, self-mastery, higher wisdom, higher knowledge. You know, that's just what I attract. That's what we attract here on this channel. Is nothing but high vibes, harmony, nature, mystical vibes, supernatural vibes, real advanced magic. You know the deal. You know the deal. But today I didn't come here to talk about that. We'll save that for another video. Today I came here to talk about something that needs to be discussed. Something that I feel a lot of people need to hear on their journey of building a YouTube channel, building themselves, changing themselves, becoming an artist, you know, building a brand or whatever, acting on their ideas. So I came here to talk about haters. No matter what you do, no matter how much you try to get away from it, you're always going to have somebody there who is going to try to drag you down, because they are a reflection of your doubts. They are a reflection of your lower self purging, regurgitating, throwing up. They're a reflection of your lower self trying to pull you back into not believing in yourself. That's what a hater is. A hater is like an Inception, the security system that comes and attacks you because it doesn't decipher which is which, who's the creator. It just knows that everything has to go, and the old mindset is going to have to retaliate because you built a security system to keep you believing that way, so no other belief can get in there and corrupt your mind. So that's what haters are. They're like a security system in reality that just reacts and is like, no, this is wrong, this is not the programming, go back to the programming, you'll never do it, boom, boom, boom. You know, they try to get in your head that way, and they're always going to show up. No matter what it is you do, no matter what you try to change in your life, they are always going to show up. And the reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of people don't realize they use this as an excuse. They use their doubters as an excuse, as they're right. They believe more in their doubters than in their supporters, because the supporters are there. They'll show up. You know, they'll come around just like the haters do. You can't have one without the other. But I've realized that when it comes to building yourself as an artist or whatever it is you may be pursuing, a lot of people on that path, you know, they step back and are like, oh my gosh, I can't handle this. And I understand it's hard to handle. It's hard to handle people coming at you. It's hard to handle people always bashing you, not believing in you, telling you to do something real, get a real job, all this other stuff, because they never did it themselves. They never seen the vision themselves. They are stuck in the old programming that you were programmed in. You built a bond off of the program of self-doubt, and now that you believe in yourself, they are going to try to bring you back down so they can bond with you again on that level of, oh yeah, remember when you tried to do this, ha 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 ha. So always remember that is that no matter what you do, haters are going to be around. They're going to keep trying to drag you down and put you in this negative state, put you in this negative vibration, and not allow you to grow. And, you know, I kind of forgot where I was going with that rant, but, again, don't use them as an excuse to not pursue your dreams. Don't try to use them as an excuse as, oh, they don't believe in my vision and the world's against me. No, don't even focus on them. My message to you is to understand that they're there, understand that they are around, and you have to do your best to push them to the side. I know not everybody can do that because we have been taught, well, from the beginning stages of life, the majority of humanity has been taught to fight. They've been taught to worship war and worship conflict and wrath and pride, and I'm right and this is wrong. You know, they twist your mind of what's right and wrong, and they tell you to fight for and keep fighting, and that's not how it works when it comes to the real world. Don't try to fight your haters. Don't try to sit there and combat with your haters. I mean, unless you're trying to make a valid point, go ahead. If you're trying to make a valid point, make a valid example, go ahead. Don't disrespect them, but use them as an example, like I've done. And I do sometimes. If somebody's on my channel and tries to say something that's like, oh, I can use this, it's crazy, and I think, and I'm like, hey, I can use this as an example, whatever. But yeah, you know, don't try to fight them. Don't try to continuously resist them, because whatever you resist persists. Whatever you focus on grows, right? You should know this. This is the basics. And if you're constantly focusing on your haters, if you're constantly focused on doubters, that is what you're going to get back, not only in reality, but within yourself. Period. If you are focusing on doubters and haters in this outer reality, that means you are focusing on doubt and hate in your mind. If you are focused on being around procrastination and people who don't really put action to their words, that is what you're focusing on in your reality. You know, so be mindful of this. Again, do not try to blame them. Don't try to blame the outer world. Don't try to blame everything around you, because there's nobody to blame but the self. You are your best friend and your worst enemy. There's nobody out there to blame. Ego is really as a construct. It's not like tangibly real. It's a construct. Everything out there is just a reflection of what's inside of here. Everything out here in this third dimensional world does not matter. This is this law of polarity. You know what I'm saying? 11-11. You know what I'm saying? Out there doesn't matter. What's going on in here matters. So if you're constantly looking out there and thinking that that is what it is, you're in the wrong. You're looking at it in the wrong way. You have to look within yourself and realize that all of this is happening within you. You have to face your own self-doubt. You have to sit with yourself and face your own criticism, face your own self-hatred, face your own wrath, face your own pride, face your own envy. You have to face this inside of yourself in order to shift the world outside of you. And this is not easy for everybody to do. And this information isn't for everybody. I'm speaking this information because I know the laws and how to create the universe. And I know that these videos are going to get to the people who are meant to hear it. So, again, it's a tough journey, is what I'm saying. And not everybody's going to understand this. But if you do, remember, it is inside of you. Everything is inside of you. Don't try to blame the outer world. Don't try to get the outer world to see your point of view. That was my point with saying this isn't for everybody. Also, don't try to get people to understand your point of view, because they might not be able to conceptualize the concept that you are trying to bring forth to them. So that's my message for today, is don't fall in that pit. I have before, and I understand that if you do fall in that pit, I'm not saying like don't do it, I'm not trying to control your life, but what I'm saying is be mindful of it, really, because I've gone down that path of pointing at everybody as the enemy, when everybody is against me, and it just never worked out. It always led me to giving up, because I was always trying to convince somebody who made up their mind to change their mind, who made up their mind about their point of view of me, to change it. And it's exhausting. That within itself will make you quit. It will make you stop dead in your tracks, give in. It'll make you give in to selling your freedom. Do what you got to do to get paid. Even I got to do what I got to do to get paid. You know what I mean? I got a pretty good job right now. I mean, like, it is set. I love it. I don't know if I'm going to give it up. That's how good it is. I love it so much. But that's because I focus on manifesting things that I love to do. And that's another thing. If you're going to get a job, get something that you actually like to do. Like, really like to do. If you like making pizza, go to Pizza Hut and make some pizza. Like, that's the side note. But anyways, you know, do what you got to do, but don't give in to societal rules and to society around you. That is the life of the chosen, the life of the few, the life of the 1%. Is to understand that you're in this world. Yes, you're in this world. But once you give in, you have become the 99%. Once you start focusing on the haters and the doubters, bringing you back into your old state of life, you've become the 1%. I mean, the 99%. No, you haven't become the 1%. If you do that, you've become the 99%. And again, this information isn't for everyone. And unfortunately, I do have to say this. You could watch this and still be asleep and not even know it, due to pride, due to envy, due to greed, gluttony, all the 7 deadly sins, ignorance. That's another truth that I had to throw in there. Because why? It makes you look back at you. It makes you really realize who you are. Because if you're watching this without actually applying, I am sorry, but you are a sheep. And that is the truth. That is a solid truth. And there may not be anything you could do about it. But at the same time, there's always possibility. So again, I say this not to discourage you, but for you to really look back at yourself and truly understand who you are.